grind till the day's done.
What's up, guys? Musical Mind Frame with A1 Music Productions bringing you another FL Studio 12 tutorial. Today we're going to be exploring Maximus, and since a lot of its presets are directed at drums, we're going to be looking at what it does on a drum bus. Essentially what Maximus is a multi-band compressor. It's separated into low, mid, and high frequencies, and you also have a master channel. And you can do a lot of different things with this. You can use it as a de-esser also. You can obviously use it as a multi-band compressor. It has a mid-master mode where you can use one channel as a parallel compression for the master and blend it in as you'd like. It also has some saturation tools built in, and it also has this awesome visual representation of the sound and what is happening to it. You can also draw in any kind of compression envelope that you want. So it is a pretty handy plugin. So this first preset that we're looking at is the one band drum limiter. It has all the other channels turned off except for the master. And it's pretty much just acting as a limiter for your drums. Compressing all the frequencies at once. Just one band. This next one it has in here is called Breakbeat Slam. And we'll look at what it's doing. It's got, you see, it has more of a compression curve, so we know that this one is going to be doing a lot more compression than that other one was, and we should be able to hear that. It also has some saturation activated. So let's see what that sounds like. Without. With. We'll boost the levels a little bit so that it's actually hitting the compression envelope. Preset is, it's boosted our signal a lot. We'll take that off, put it back on. But if we were to match the levels, you'd hear the sound thicken up a good bit. Let's do that right now. Try and get it peaking at about the same level as the unprocessed signal. And you should hear the quieter parts in the sustain and the decay thicken up a bit with that much compression. On. You can hear it a little bit. Yeah, it thickens up. So the next one is kick pump. This might be meant to be used on just the kick drum, but we will see what it does to a full drum bus. Looks just like a little bit of level boosting in the low and the mid. And a lot of these presets make the sound louder, so you want to match your levels when you're doing processing. But we're just kind of exploring how it manipulates the sound and the different sounds that you can get out of this plugin. So this one's the New York compression or the parallel compression. Only the mid and master are activated. And this LMH, low mid high mix, is where you blend the mid in with the master signal, which is going to be the original clean unprocessed signal. But as you blend it in, it's going to display in the master channel the volume of both the signals. But if you have the knob all the way down, then it's showing you the clean signals level. And I use this a lot. It's great for thickening things up and bringing out the quieter parts, or bringing out some sustain while still keeping natural sounding peaks that are in the original signal. You just blend the two together to get just what you want. So that's the NY compression, and I'll show you in a little bit where that actual setting is. You can hear the difference with the levels matched. So this is the mid channel right here. And this next one, we got a series of different drum presets. I assume are intended for percussion or drum bus. So let's hear what they sound like and look at how they're set up. Alright, so this is the first one, punchy drums. This is the next one. That first one wasn't doing a whole lot. Just looked like a typical peak compression. The second one seems to be doing more. And you can see how it's really compressing those high peaks and evening them out with everything else. Which is going to in turn bring up the sustain and thicken the drums up. But also make them a little less dynamic, a little less punchy. Actually, it looks like in all the channels, it's got a long attack, but it's taking care of the peaks in the master. So in all those other channels, it's letting those peaks slip through, and then it's tackling those peaks in the master channel, which is another wonderful thing about this compressor and how you can layer in your compression and get really precise control with it. So the next one is Punchy Drums 4. Looks like it has some saturation activated, which on the plug-in, the saturation is supposedly supposed to mimic tape saturation when you turn it to the left, and to the right it's almost like your car stereo's type saturation, more like grittier speaker system saturation. Can't remember what type of amplifier it is. And here you can see how you can draw in different curves. listen to all the different sounds of those presets, and you'll see different effects that you can get with this one plugin. Also, right here you have your stereo separation knob. Left is wider, right is more mono. Low, as you can see, it is here in this preset. Low is usually put a little bit more mono to make it a little more focused. Mid can be spread a little bit. And you have all your typical compression settings. Attack, release, sustain, second release. I believe this peak and RMS is for the sustain knob. And one of the great things about FL Studio is when you go over the knobs on native plugins, it tells you exactly what it does up in the top left corner. This is your low, where you're selecting how much of the low frequency band, how much of the frequency spectrum that channel takes up, and your high. When you move them, you can see it here. This is your low cut. And your low cut down here. And here's for saving your states, so you can compare settings to see the difference in how you've changed things. Like, for example, we'll tweak this knob and then switch back by switching between that state and the one we saved. This is your compression envelope. You can draw that in. You have extra hidden menus here with additional features. Some more advanced stuff. Right here you have the visualizer settings. This, you monitor the spectrograph. Here are the different gain envelopes, and when you hover over it, it says in the top left corner what that thing is right here. So you can choose what you want to be able to see in the visualizer. There's also a hidden menu here, and right here is that master mid mode I was telling you about, the middle one. You select that and it puts you in that parallel mode. And you can always mess with this knob over here, although I don't like doing it too much because you'll get some phase issues in some spots. But you can blend with that as well. So I hope that was helpful, guys. Start practicing with Maximus, and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay updated on new tutorials. A1 Music Productions or A1 Tutorials. You can also check out our new Facebook page, FL Studio Guru Tutorials. Peace.